How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi. Welcome to another episode of On the Line. Hey guys, I don't know if you got a chance to look at a video that I recently did with Connie Eileen. She is a former medical administrator at a prison and jail. And she shared a great story where how she felt that she was being played by an inmate. It's a very good story. It really dives into the process and basically the conflict that she had when the inmate was trying to take her down this path. As we got further into our discussion, we started talking about how the games that inmates play could shift depending on the gender of the targeted staff member. So a game that a female inmate will play on a male staff member is slightly different than the game a male inmate will play on a female staff member. So I have a book coming out. It's about inmate manipulation. And I want to read you a quick excerpt. Now, the book's not out yet, but I think that this is so important that I want to get it out there real quick because I think the discussion that me and Connie had was spot on. And anytime I can get you guys really good information, I want to get it out to you guys. It's paramount for me. So it comes from chapter 7 of the book, and it says, does the gender of staff change the game? So I want you to bear with me and tell me if you agree or disagree. Does the game being employed change depending on the gender of the targeted staff member? For the most part, yes. There is a shift in the process. Now be mindful, nothing is 100%. Therefore, there will be many professionals that don't fit this criteria, so this is just food for thought. Let's begin with discussing how a female inmate employs their game with a male staff member. Now, be advised, female inmates may try to exhaust some level of communication with the male staff member before their game is fully employed. They may look to connect with the male staff member, build up their confidence before trapping them into a physical relationship. The physical relationship may provide the female inmate with the leverage needed to fully compromise staff and ultimately make their wanted request. When a female inmate targets a male staff member, the inmate may look to push the male staff member into acting out on their animalistic nature. The female inmate will push the physical, which is the sexual, and observe how the male member reacts towards them. The inmate is looking for any signs of attraction. This can include the body language of the male staff member, where the staff member focuses their attention or where they obviously don't, sexual references while communicating, and seeking the inmate's attention knowingly or unknowingly. In order for this game to be successful, the female inmate will give the male staff member the illusion of control. The illusion of control. This is the shift. A male staff member wants to avoid at all costs being put into a position where they are in need of protection or reliance on a female inmate. The illusion of control is also an effort by the inmate to minimize the staff's perception of the risk as defined by the consequences of being caught in the illegal act. Being professional should be the main reason why staff maintains the proper boundaries. If staff only maintain the proper boundaries because they fear the consequences of their actions, their resistance will be weak when the consequences are minimized or perceived to be non-existent. At all times, the control is in the hands of the female inmate. Be advised they're using their physicality to get a rise from the male staff member. The control is extremely subtle and actually very deceiving. The male staff member will actually believe that they have total control of the path they are being led down until the moment they are taken out in handcuffs. Okay, so that's the male staff member being manipulated by the female inmate. Let's do the adverse now. Let's do the male inmate, female staff member. As for the female staff members, the game being employed by male inmates will be slightly different. In some cases, there may be a female staff member that presents a very low level of self-esteem. The male inmate may foster a connection with the female staff member by providing her with positive attention. The manipulative inmate connects themselves to any positive thought the female staff member may have or feel about themselves. This level of connection goes beyond the workplace as the female staff member begins to think of the inmate while on her own personal time. Every effort the staff member chooses to emotionally lift herself up will be connected to the manipulative inmate's game being played. Eventually, the female staff member may build an emotional connection with the inmate that travels way outside her prescribed role. This game is very slow moving, but extremely dangerous. The inmate's ability to gain trust and acceptance will eventually lead the female staff member down a path she cannot physically and emotionally escape. Where am I? Sorry, guys. The inmate will even offer the compromised female staff member protection. This offer of protection will be accepted by the female staff member because they have already knowingly given up their level of control. As mentioned above, this is the main shift of the game played against male and female staff members. The male staff member, in an effort to maintain their perception of control, will not accept the offer of protection from a female inmate, whereas the female staff will. Female staff may be more aware of the control they are giving away, but with that said, they have justified it by the level of trust and protection they believe they are getting in return. I thought this was just a great dialogue that me and Connie had that I wanted to place it in the book. But I would love your thoughts. As always, guys, this show is on the line. Don't forget, subscribe to this channel. More videos to come. Stay